Hi guys, and welcome to our channel. This is Iron Strange, and we are Iron Strange. And our topic for this morning is a 8,500 kilometer review of this Easy Ride 150N. So let's check the gauge panel. So as you can see, it has an odometer reading of 8,382 kilometers. Okay, so let's do a short sound check. So that's the sound check and engine run of the Easy Ride 150N. Ooh, it's dead. Let's start it up again. Whoa. What happened? So it seems that the Easy Ride is a bit cold, probably. This, excuse me, September 24, 2022. So as you can see, the wheels at the rear is running because the engine is a bit cold and it's shutting down. No? Okay, so that's the engine sound check of Easy Ride 150N. It's very quiet for a scooter. For a 150cc scooter, it's a quiet scooter. So okay, let us go over a final review of Easy Ride 150N. So for the engine power, that's the problem with Easy Ride 150N. At stock setting, it's underpowered. No? The engine does not produce enough torque to get you moving. So you have to raise the RPM at around 5,000 to 5,500 RPM to get this thing going. So with regard to the transmission and engine power, it's a bit underpowered, and you have to upgrade the CVT to get the most juice out of the engine. So that's the one tip that I can give you. If you buy this Easy Ride 150N, you have to upgrade the CVT so that it can give you more juice out of the engine. So what I did is I upgraded the engine on this Easy Ride 150N, and after upgrading all the stuff there, I'm not familiar with CVT transmission of scooters. It runs at 2,000 RPM. Okay, instead of 5,500, at 2,000 RPM it runs. So I was able to save fuel in this scooter. So just imagine, at stock setting, this runs at 22 km per liter. With an upgraded CVT, it now runs at around 30 kilometers per liter. Not bad. Okay, so with regards to the engine, I would say this scooter rates at 6 out of 10. Okay, so it's not really powerful, it's not really that weak, it's just on the average, no? Okay, reviewing the CVT is at stock setting very bad. I would rate it at 5. Okay, so it is 5 because you have to put a lot of gas just to get this thing going. Okay, so that's the problem with it. So first thing to upgrade your CVT. Okay, moving on. The next item we will discuss with this thing, sounding like a rapper. So we usually discuss the brake. The front brake is good. It's got good power disc brakes here. At the rear, the brake is adequate. The brake is good at the rear. It's also disc brake. The problem that I've encountered here is that you usually change the disc pads on the disc brake a lot. I mean, it wouldn't last you around 6 months to a year, because just a few months the disc pads would always become wear down, so you have to replace it every 2 or 3 months. There's something fishy on the disc brake here at the back. I usually see at the Easy Ride 150N group that they replace the disc pad there, so you have to watch out for that. So for braking power, braking is good. Is rated at 7.5 out of 10. Okay, so with regard to comfort at stock level, this is not a comfortable scooter because the front suspension, when you buy this brand new, it's very stiff, but after a few months it becomes playable. So meaning you don't have to change it. You just have to run this baby so that the shocks on the front will become loose and play properly. Okay, so no problem with the front shocks. Just for brand new, it's very stiff. On the rear, that's the problematic area. You have to change your rear shocks because it's very stiff. You'll bounce out like a rag doll, and the problem with the rear shock is it's totally poor. So for suspension, I would rate this about 3.5. But if you change your rear shock, that one is an NMAX version 1 rear shock. That's dual shock, so I changed both. So the play now is better. So if it's a stock setting, I would rate the suspension at 3.5. Very poor. Okay, especially when you're sitting here, it bounce a lot just using the stock shocks. Okay, so we've discussed the engine, braking power, the suspension, the comfort. Okay, it's a mixed nuts here, you know. If we do not consider taking into account the suspension, seat is wide, it's big, so it's very comfortable. The cushion here is good, so you wouldn't feel very bad sitting here. Actually, it's very comfortable, like sitting on a sofa. It's very wide. It's gonna keep your butt in place. Even the passenger, no issues here. What I love about the Easy Ride 150M is the high handlebars. You could see here, that's the handlebar, and this is the seat. So your hands or your arms would be really relaxed because your hands will be placed here. Okay, so here when I use the Easy Ride 150N, I don't feel any numbness from my hands and I don't get tired. It's really relaxing. Okay, so that's what I love about the handlebar. It's really high and you wouldn't feel any numbness or pain because you're relaxed. Well, I'm 5'6" in height, so it depends. If you're smaller, then much better. If you're taller, I wouldn't know. But at 5'6", it's a really high handlebar, so it's very comfortable. So for comfort, without taking into account the awful stock suspension here, I would rate this at 8. Very comfortable scooter. But if you upgrade your rear shocks, it's comfortable enough. So 8 out of 10. Good handlebar, good and comfortable wide seats here. Okay, so no issues there. Next we tackle what's next. Before we move on, what I love about the Easy Ride is at stock we have here a deep pocket. We have a USB charger. Then the under seat here is here. It's not enough to fit any type of helmet. Probably a nutshell helmet would fit, but not a half face one. So it's deep enough, wide enough. You can put a lot of stuff here. You could put your books, folders, raincoats, your pinamalenkes. When you go to the market, you can put your porks here, chicken. It's very big, it's very deep, it's very wide. Okay, so it's a good compartment. So, okay, another issue that they've tackled here is the gas cap. So what you do here is you do not put your gas cap this way, where the hole, you see that hole? Don't put that hole here because the water will go into your gas tank. This motorcycle has been into a lot of rains and car washing, and no water goes into the gas tank because what I do here is I put the gas cap like this way and then turn it around so that the hole is on the front and there is no hole here, so no issues there. Okay, so okay, moving on, we've reviewed the engine, braking, suspension, comfort. What's next? The lighting. Okay, so the rear light is good. It's very bright at night. Good light. Signal light is a bit flimsy because it's not that really uh, well lighted at night. But probably they should have made this a little bit bigger so it illuminates brighter, the signal light here. But rear light, very good. It's very bright. It's good. The front headlight is it's good. Let's turn it on. It has a daytime running light here. It's very nice. Look at that. It's bright. It's nice to look at. It's very good. The problem here is when you open the headlights, it's not really bright, especially when you're driving at night and the road is not well lighted. It's the light is adequate, but it is not really so bright that you could see the road clearly. So you have to be careful. A good option here is you put some additional lights here, probably, so you can enhance the power of your stock headlight. Now the dash panel is what I like most about the dash panel. It's digital. Okay, it shows the RPM here. It shows your trip meter here, just one trip meter, and then the fuel gauge. Fuel gauge is, well, for me, in my experience, it's a really good fuel gauge because it's very accurate. I can usually put it at 1 bar before I gas up, and then at full bar. It's really in full tank mode, no? So there's no issue there. So at 33 kilometer liter, I can run this at full tank for about 140 kilometers before gassing up again. Okay, so value for money, it's like this. If you will buy the Easy Ride 150N, oh guys, by the way, subscribe to Trip Moto and subscribe to our channel if you're still not yet subscribed. It's Iron Strange. So value for money, if you don't have a deep pocket and you don't have much budget to go on, you could get this Easy Ride 150N for 3 years to pay with a monthly amortization of 2,500. Very cheap. Instead of buying the branded ones, you have to pay 5,000 to 7,000 for a branded one that looks like this. By the way, what really gives this bike, this scooter, this best selling point is because it looks just like an NMAX Yamaha, except for the headlight is different, but basically it looks just the same. The only change is the headlight and the muffler. It's different, but overall it looks like an NMAX version 1. So the selling point here is the looks. If I would rate the looks, I'd give this bike 10 out of 10. Very nice to look at, very beautiful. Most people who would see this, they'd appreciate the looks and they would realize that it's not an NMAX, but it looks like an NMAX actually. So very nice. So overall, I would give this bike a review of 6 out of 10. There are a lot of imperfections that needs to be addressed by Motorstar, but this bike overall, it's a good cheap bike for 65,000 pesos cash. You can get a maxi scooter that's well, if you manage to improve the imperfections like the shocks, well, it's a good bike, except the fuel consumption. It's really a gas gasser. You have to consider that it will eat a lot of gas because it's carbureted, and you have to upgrade the CVT so you can get most out of the engine power, so you wouldn't have to waste a lot of gas here. So if your problem is you are concerned about gas consumption, this bike is gonna be bad for your wallet because it will consume a lot of gas at 33 kilometer per liters. You are just like riding a Suzuki Raider 150 carburetor version, and that's a powerful bike, mind you. Okay, so overall guys, this bike is a good budget friendly motorcycle that you would enjoy because it's a relaxing scooter once upgraded, of course. like I mentioned before. Stock setting, it's not really that great, but once you upgrade the suspension and the CBT, it's a good daily bike. It's very comfortable. uh, Ideally you use this not in a very bad city setting like here in Metro Manila in NCR, because it's big, it's heavy. But if you use it in the province in open roads, it's very nice. It's a very good commuter bike if you're in the provinces. But here in NCR, I wouldn't suggest using this bike unless you're really comfortable using a big bike, because it's very wide. As you can see here, it's a wide bike. Most underbones are just like this when you look at it from the rear, but this one is very big. See, that's why it's not very good at filtering through traffic. It's very traffic here in Metro Manila in NCR, so it's not really ideal for traffic because it's very big. Imagine if you have to put your foot down left and right. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the final review video of this Easy Ride 150N 8,300 kilometers odometer reading. So that's it guys for this review of Easy Ride 150N final review. So I hope for those who are considering buying this Easy Ride 150N, watch this video, and I hope I can guide you through some ideas on what to expect when you buy this bike. So this is Iron Strain saying bye for now guys. Oh guys, before I forget and leave this video, upgrade your tires. I forgot to discuss that you have to upgrade your tires. Look at this, it's Michelin. Okay, it's Michelin. The stock tires are soft. Rather it's not soft, it's slippery, so you have to change your tires to branded ones just to be safe. So that's another point for Easy Ride 150N. The slippery tires, it's dangerous. So if you have the money, once you buy this scooter, upgrade your tires, number 1. Number 2, you upgrade your shocks. And number 3, you upgrade your CBT. That's it.